evening, everyone. I think you're well versed, but we've got a Spanish translator for any questions in Spanish that come our way. But Anton, we'll begin with you, if that's okay.
Hi, Sarina.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Normally you sit here.
I know, I'm sorry. What can I say? Look, first off, just suppose your reaction to the win and the performance tonight.
Yeah, of course I'm really happy with the win. I think it was an absolute team performance. We fought for every yard on the pitch against a very good opponent. So a very intense game. And we had some very good moments in the game too, I think. I think we played in possession well, moments of the game. And of course, against Spain, you also know that you have to defend really well to keep the ball out of the net. And we did that well. And of course, they did get a couple of opportunities. But overall, I'm really happy how the team stood up and how we worked so hard to get this over the line.
Given England's results recently, how important was it to win tonight? And also, how important was it to get that kind of fight and effort out of the team? Because just speaking to the players, it clearly means a heck of a lot to them.
Yeah, I think the fight and the togetherness, that's the most important thing. I think it always starts with that. And when you're aligned with that and everyone has each other's back, I would say also, then it helps also to improve your game. It starts with working really hard. And so that, and of course, it gives a boost when you win then 1-0. But at the same time, you want to see improvements in possession, out of possession, and all these things. And that's what I saw today.
I just want to ask about the goalkeeping situation, because obviously it was a big call to make bringing Hannah in. She couldn't have done much better tonight, could she?
Yeah, I think she had a very good performance. I think the whole team had a good performance. And as I say all the time, we have 3 goalkeepers in our squad, and 2 are fighting for the number 1 position. And they're both world-class goalkeepers. That's what we see all the time. So they give me headaches.
Hi, Sarina. Congratulations on a good performance. Did it feel like a complete performance from England tonight, from sort of back to front? It felt really strong, both individually and collectively.
It felt as a very good performance, and I'm really happy. And but it's complete. I wouldn't say that because there's always things to improve. But I think lots of things went well today.
Yeah, and we just heard from the Spain manager, and she said that Lauren James had a really good performance tonight. I agree. I thought she was very, very strong, particularly in the first half. What did you make of her? And I suppose how much of a boost is it for England to have her back? Obviously, she's been out for a couple of months, but she showed what she could do tonight.
Yeah, I think. Well, again, it starts with a team performance and doing everybody did her task really well and was aligned and wanted to work really hard for each other. And I think the players played at their best. And that's what you saw with Lauren too. I think the biggest step she takes is that in defense she's working so hard and she's doing so well. And that's a massive improvement. So I'm proud that she's doing that.
Yeah, and we've just heard from Millie Bright, and she said that it felt like a proper English performance. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
In what sense?
Yeah, well, working hard, being together, really as a team. I think that's what you could see today, and that's, as I just said, that's what it starts with. And of course, then I thought we were how we wanted to play, with trying to take out their super strengths and trying to harm them, especially in the back. I think moments of the game that really we could really do that, and that's good to see that as a team we did that all together.
Well done tonight. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, Sarina. After the match against Germany in October, you mentioned that you didn't think that they had defended well, but you didn't think that you had either. How pleased are you in that context that you've since kept clean sheets against the likes of the United States and Spain in matches since then? Yeah,
in that game against Germany, we tried out things too, like a really high press, and we didn't get that really right. So that's why I was so happy with the friendlies, because when you're trying out things, you learn from it, and then a couple of things, of course, you have to do better to improve, to be able to perform at your highest level. So those learnings we took to the next games, and I think the team is improving in that way.
Congratulations, Sarina. I guess I'm wondering if you felt your team, because they played with so much passion and fight tonight, did they have a point to prove? Do you think they were extra motivated to kind of show their best against the world champions?
I think a point to prove. We just wanted to do it a lot better than Friday. I think Friday, we spoke about that. We had momentum, and then we lost momentum, and then, of course, we tied. And we wanted to prove ourselves we can do better. And we absolutely knew that we had to step up and do better, because Spain is, you can't be a little bit slow when you play against Spain, because then they're gone.
Please could I also ask about Millie Bright, who really kind of put her body on the line, a real proper centre-back performance. How pleased are you with the way that she played, and just how important was that to the victory?
Yeah, well, as I say all the time, I think the team did really well, and we supported each other really well. And there are moments in the game that we had to defend, we had to fight, and that's what Millie can do really well, and that's what she showed tonight.
Thank you.
Hi, Sarina. Congratulations. You alluded to it there in your first answer, but 1-0 up at half-time in both the games you've played in this block. What exactly did you do tonight that you maybe didn't do so much on Friday to ensure you went on to win tonight rather than draw, as you did in Portugal?
Yeah, these are two totally different games. Spain kept doing similar things as they did the first half. They brought in some other players, and in the first half they already tried to make more runs in behind. Against Portugal, they did totally different things, and they changed the style and the shape. What we did today a little earlier is bring in fresh players. But you know, when you say, "Oh, that was a lot better," that worked. So we always try to review and try to do better the next game, in our game, in substitutes, things like that.
And with a victory like this at Wembley against the world champions, how much kind of self-belief can this give you, both in the Nations League campaign, but also with an eye to the Euros, where there is a chance you could face Spain again in the latter stages this summer?
Yeah, we'll face Spain in June, but now of course that gives a boost. We showed ourselves again tonight that we can compete with the best, and we showed that before, and it was really good now to show that again, mainly to ourselves, but also of course it's nice when you play such an intense game. I think the fans who were in the stadium, a lot of them again, and behind the TV enjoyed the game.
Did it feel a little bit overdue, maybe?
Sorry?
Did it feel a little overdue at all, showing yourselves that you can compete with the best?
What do you mean overdue?
As in you maybe hadn't been able to show that for a little while.
No, look, we as I say all the time, we're on a journey, and we had in autumn, we had 4 friendlies, and we tried out lots of things. We've played many players, and some things go really well, some things don't go that well, of course, and that's still going on. And the games are not easy anymore, so yeah, it's not so black and white, I think.
Hi, Sarina. There were 6 Chelsea players in that starting lineup. How much are you looking to build on those pre-existing relationships they have at club level, and maybe for the summer ahead, and maybe try and build something similar that Spain have had with Barcelona over the years, with England's top club side at the moment?
No, I'm not building that. I just hope they perform really well at their clubs. When players at club, then of course they build connections. And what I'm trying to do with my staff is select the best players of the country and bring them together, and trying to connect as quick as possible.
Thanks. We'll go back to Michael, please. Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, Sarina.
Hi.
You said you wanted to take out Spain's super strengths tonight. What do you think are England's super strengths?
Yeah, well, what we showed tonight, I think the fights. I think what we did a lot. I think we can play different things. So we can play possession game, but when necessary, we can also play in behind quicker. I think that those both things we showed today. I think what we did better too, and what I think most of the time fits us, we get out of the press and keep the ball. And while we have maybe struggled a little bit about that, I think we had that level back again today. So those are the two things. In possession, we can do different things. And out of possession, like we were a little bit deeper on the pitch today, close together, taking out their super strengths with all the rotations and tightness on the ball. And that fight we can then bring on the pitch, I think that's a super strength too, that togetherness.
And when you're playing against a side like Spain who are so good in possession, do you try and emphasise maybe what England have over Spain in terms of maybe running or power or directness?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what we say. We can do different things. And with Spain, it's so very specific. And for us, we can play possession game, but if necessary, we can also go in behind.
Thanks, Michael. We'll go to Catherine.
Quicker, yeah, because you always want to go in behind, of course, at the end.
Hi, Sarina. Jess Park obviously getting a goal tonight. I think that's her first goal since the one she scored on her debut a couple of years ago. She's obviously been playing in a bit of a different position in this camp than she usually does for England. It was quite a muted celebration from her, but how much kind of confidence will this give her scoring against such a big opposition at Wembley as well?
Yeah, I hope that gives her a lot of confidence. You have to ask her, but I think it really helps. I think she grew into the game. So the first part of the game, she had to adapt. And I think later on she really got into it. And of course, then it absolutely helps when you score a goal.
And just finally on Lucy Bronze, obviously she went off against Portugal, and obviously England then conceded later in the game. And it felt like tonight she was kind of all over the pitch. And how much of a difference does it have, make having a player like her with the experience that she's got in these big games?
Yeah, she's an important player for us. And today again, her performance was really good. Besides, she brings the power and and going forward, she also. She really understands the tactics really well. So everyone around her, she's so supportive and helpful. That makes other players play better too. So it was really nice to have her on the pitch.
Thanks, Catherine. We'll go to Amy at the front.
Hi, Sarina. Just another one on Jess there, because she's kind of been battling for the midfield positions most of the time, but putting her out wide in this camp, she's played really well. I just wondered what you think she brings to the table that's maybe different to the other wingers that you've got in this squad, and maybe how helpful that was in this camp, considering the injury to Beth, Chloe's not been playing, and that Lauren Hemp's not here.
Yeah, what you tried to do in possession, we gave Jess the freedom to come inside, to play also a bit like a 10. And she's very agile. She's really quick and tight on the ball. So that's what we hope that she could bring. Today and also Friday, she had to defend too, and that defensively that's a little different too when you play on the sides. And sometimes you come really deep, closer to Lucy Bronze. So yes, she can bring that too, and it's really nice for the team when we can make different decisions with different players who can bring different things, and which helps the team, of course.
Thanks. We'll call it a day there. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Thank you. Lots of Spanish questions.
Yeah, easy. Thanks, Sarina.